That's right, folks. Boo it up. Boo this bum out of the building. This cheap, good-for-nothing, low-brow, conniving slime ball of a man. Brought down Rossi and company by keeping only his intentions at heart. Not adhering to what we had agreed upon as a family. This guy is all about himself. Numero uno. And yeah, sure, you got to be brazen to stay afloat in this business. But frankly, Kris Cruz, you're just a crummy guy.
Cruz in shock.
Introducing it from Hometown, USA. Weighing in at 153 pounds, he is one half of the Minutemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Delicious Devin.
That's right, you know, Delicious Devin coming out here with his big spoon. I would imagine between he and Tommy Trainwreck, he is the small spoon between the two Minutemen. The folks here at the Smithfield Elks Lodge not quite sure what to make of Delicious Devin's woodware. It's not quite silverware, but it's woodware, as you can see for yourself. But here's what he brings to the fold. I mean, this kid is incredibly athletic. He's got a ton of fire in his attack and his approach. You'll be seeing that throughout this matchup.
Introducing their opponents, hailing from the notorious 508, weighing at 175 pounds, Kris Hood.
And this is one half of the independent tag team known as The Hoods, also known as Kris Pyro, his professional name. His tag team partner, Davey Cash. From what I've led to believe, he is here in attendance tonight to support his tag team partner in this triple threat matchup that he'll be involved in. You know, Rob, as you were announcing, I was talking about the styles, the tendencies of all these three competitors. I was talking about Cruz being a low-down, dirty cheat, talking about Delicious Devin being a ball of fire, if you will, and extremely athletic and acrobatic in his approach. And now you got Kris Hood, also known as Kris Pyro. He is probably a hybrid of these two guys. You know, he's definitely known to brawl. He can bring a fight into the ring, but he can also work a wrestling match.
On top of that, he's also very agile, and he can fly, and he does.
Absolutely. You know, he definitely moves like a cruiserweight in himself. I can't wait for this match to start because I'm telling you, this is going to be a good one. It's going to be a great triple threat matchup.
I tell you what, Bobby Rossi, I hope you went to the gym today because we're going to be out of breath if you didn't.
Me? Go to the gym? Come on now.
That's true. That will require you to get out of your chair.
Exactly. I'm not about that.
You don't do ups,
No.
sit-ups, push-ups, stuff like that.
I'm a park it kind of guy.
You know, Kris Hood, kind of a hybrid. You know, fans love to hate him, but fans also love to love him, if you will.
Well, he's got a mean streak, you know?
He does.
He's definitely got a good mean streak, and you don't want him taking it out on you. But he's in good spirits tonight, as he should be.
Yes. All three competitors look like they're ready, and Steve Mosher calls for the bell, and here we go.
We are underway here, folks. And so far, this event has been, it's been a lot of fun. It's been down home. We're honoring the tradition of professional wrestling. We're trying to restore the faith of the community in live entertainment. And so far, so good. I can't say enough good about this. This has been an awesome event.
No, I completely agree with you. And to come out here in a live setting like this and to have all of these people here and ready to be entertained, we have a lockup here, Kris Cruz and Delicious Devin. We have a collar and elbow and a reverse waist lock here. And this is, well, now there you have technical wrestling and cover 1-2 by Delicious Devin covering Kris Hood. And a quick standoff with Kris Cruz outside the ring.
Well, I mean, I'm a little surprised to see Kris Cruz in a lockup while there was also another lockup for a German suplex going on. I'm surprised you didn't see that coming.
We have an arm bar here by Delicious Devin wrenching the arm of Kris Hood. Kris Hood spinning out of it, getting into an arm bar of his own, into a hammerlock. Switching over again into an armbar. And a chop to Chris Cruz and Chris Hood. Too many Chris's here, Bobby. And now a head scissor takeover and a DDT.
Tell you what, Delicious Devin just manhandled both of those Chris's right now.
It's like you said, though. He's a ball of fire, and this speed is what's going to keep him able and ready to win this match. But being taken over by Chris Hood.
Not finding his feet, and there's Cruz. You know, here's the guy that's going to slow down the match. Here's the guy that's going to brawl. And here's the guy that will watch all of the action, and I guarantee you he's going to try to steal a pin or three.
Chris Hood going up and over.
Beautiful
and
exchange.
A drop kick to Chris Cruz. I tell you what, the styles are different, but they're so similar in the same aspect that whoever makes a mistake will lose this match.
These guys operating at a mile a minute right here, 60 miles a minute.
Head scissors into another head scissors outside and taking Chris Cruz down into the aisleway. I tell you what, if you got a ringside seat, it's very dangerous. And a dive, a suicide dive by Chris Hood
as he
into
lands on his
aisleway.
Feet. That is a beautiful torpedo right there, right through the middle ropes, pushing off Blaze and landing to his feet. That looked like
and
Austin Aries.
The approval of this crowd here, Bobby Rossi.
I'm hoping this crowd doesn't burn themselves out too soon.
It's going to be hard not to. Chris Hood being brought into the ring the hard way, but he rolls through. Delicious Devin charging. Looking for a clothesline. Another head scissor takeover by Delicious Devin and Chris Hood outside the ring, and Delicious Devin standing tall center of the ring. This man can fly off the ropes. Here he goes over the top of the plancha.
I tell you, if there's ever an American luchador, this kid would be it. Devin Blaze, Delicious Devin, the Portuguese luchador.
I tell you what, I think he took out a fan, but the fan seems to be all right. Shook hands, kissing babies is Delicious Devin. And now Chris Cruz, who you know quite well, facing off against Delicious Devin inside the ring. Going for a quick left. And a kick now, Chris Cruz with the trip up of Delicious Devin. And
murdered him with that senton.
Chris Hood back into the ring, clubbing Chris Cruz. A vicious forearm. Chris Hood can throw forearms, ladies and gentlemen. Those are not a light strike for a guy that small. Outside the ring goes Chris Cruz, clubbing to the back of Chris Hood.
You got Blaze still reeling over in the corner trying to get to his feet.
Right hand right to Chris Cruz on the top rope. And it is the Chris's in the high rent district. And in Smithfield, that's a high rent.
Yeah, sure is. Seeing as how there aren't many apartments here. And a moonsault into Delicious Devin. Cruz, now's your time to make that cover.
Not intended for Delicious Devin. Ducking out of the way was Chris Hood. And now he's sweeping Chris Hood down. It's Chris Cruz. And a drop kick. Chris Cruz in control here. The heaviest of the three competitors. And throwing his weight around, so to speak. We have a cover here. 1, 2, and a kick out.
Wasting time, Cruz.
Now, you manage Chris Cruz. If you were his manager right now, what would you tell him in a triple threat setting as he chokes out Chris Hood, going through those dirty tactics you spoke of? What would you tell him to gain the upper hand and win tonight's match with two guys who are a little bit faster and a little bit lighter than he is?
I would tell him to slow things down to the point where he needs to conserve his energy. Not necessarily slow down their action, but honestly, I would let those two burn themselves out.
Cover 1, 2, and Delicious Devin breaks up the count and sends himself outside the ring. Delicious Devin is struggling outside the ring. Inside the ring, Chris Cruz still in control of Chris Hood. Gonna slam him into the top turnbuckle. This crowd is trying to get Chris Hood back into this match. Knife edge chop to Chris Hood. And a club to the back again. Chris Hood is struggling.
We got Blaze entering the ring.
Tilt-a-whirl missed and into an enziguri. Off the ropes for Delicious Devin and drops Chris Cruz onto the second rope. And we know what's coming next. Here comes into a Minuteman version of the 619 and a senton over the top. And a headbutt by Delicious Devin. Shades of the Junkyard Dog there. Devin is stalking Chris Cruz. Chris Cruz seems to be out, not knowing where he is right now. Delicious Devin getting Chris Cruz into the corner. There's no easy way to take that, Bobby Rossi.
No, it certainly isn't.
Chris Hood trying to get back to his feet as Delicious Devin goes to the top rope. And a drop kick just right to the head.
Serves him right. He's over there trying to win a match. He's jumping in and all this tomfoolery. I don't understand it. Wasting time, wasting valuable time. You had both of those guys with their match to the back, and he didn't capitalize. I do not feel bad for Delicious Devin. It was not smart thinking, kid. Oh, my goodness.
Backbreaker, a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. 1, 2, and a kick out by Chris Hood. I tell you what, just when you think one of these guys are going to get the upper hand, they're being cut off left and right here by their opponents. The speed and the agility seem to still be at a high pace of all three competitors.
Hold on a minute. Cruz has got Delicious Devin up on his shoulder. Slaps to the face.
Delicious Devin setting up for a vertical suplex. Reversed by Kris Pyro.
Kris Pyro's not having it.
And Chris Hood there again reversing into a fisherman.
Well done. Very well done. Both of these men seem to be spent. They have expelled a lot of energy. And again, going back to that question you proposed to me earlier, I would have told Cruz to conserve his energy. He is clearly out of gas at this moment, as are both of the other competitors. Had he conserved it, had he left some gas in the tank, he'd be on top right now. He had probably wrapped up this match.
I tell you what, Delicious Devin looked like he was out there for a couple of seconds as he was dropped on his head. Oh, 3-man, a double super kick by Delicious Devin and Chris Hood. Chris Hood setting up Delicious Devin.
Looked like he was going for a Death Valley drive, but we've got an inverse DVD. Looks like he's going for.
He was dropped. Oh, and a spinning kick here, and now Delicious Devin has Chris Hood up. And drops him right on the knee, and a club to the face. We have a cover. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, the speed of Delicious Devin comes out of nowhere and takes over Chris Hood. And Delicious Devin gets a win. One half of the Minutemen in action tonight. If this luck for the Minutemen continues on, Tommy Trainwreck will be able to defeat JT Dunn tonight.
Well, I mean, you know, they work they work as if they are one, both Minutemen, but both Minutemen are separated here in singles competition, and I would imagine that Devin Blaze over here is feeling good after this win. Maybe he can go back into the locker room and psych up his tag team partner for his competition against JT Dunn.
I tell you what, all three men gave everything they had here tonight. They gave 100%, and now in the center of the ring we have a handshake being offered. And Chris Hood is bringing Devin Blaze into the ring in a handshake, the sign of respect here at an event where professional wrestling is respected in the squared circle. And that is what we want to see here.
A good show of sportsmanship here. I like to see that amongst our athletes. I like to see that amongst our roster members. And so far, we've got a great opening here at the Smithfield Elks Lodge for Dynasty 2013. And Rob, I am going to also once again relieve you of your duty here at the booth, and I've also been asked that if you could possibly plug the raffle tickets as well as the baked goods that we have over in the far corner.
So let me get this straight. I have to carry you on play-by-play. I have to ring announce, and I also have to plug the RWA t-shirts, including the new Hollywood Bald t-shirt, available in large, extra large, 2 extra large, and the Damian Black t-shirts in the I Hate Fat People smalls and mediums.
Well, you know what? Seeing as how you mentioned all of that, you seem like you're swamped. You got a lot on your plate. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. You get yourself to the ring, bud.
Okay, that sounds good.